has Mage, Rogue, and Paladin. So
Yeah,
both of them
and
playing Paladin, and they're going to queue into one another right away.
yeah. So pretty good starting hand for Fake here. I'm not sure if he keeps both mini bots since he doesn't have the coin. But
I feel like you still do because you have Muster for Battle so easily to deal with the other recruits in case those come out and try to ping the shield off. Oh,
I
Reynad's hand, double Muster with the Quartermaster. Isn't this just gorgeous if there's no
yeah.
consecration?
This is insane. Because basically what Reynad can do is to muster on turn 3. If there's no clear, he can coin Quartermaster, get huge value. And if there's a clear, he can muster again and force another clear. And so Fake did also opt to toss the second mini bot. So I guess to fish for a follow-up, like now he got the Belcher, which is pretty nice. And maybe also for Consecrate in case he loses the board to the muster that Reynad does have.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, we see the Cog Hammer here. Not a card that I would usually say, oh, that's an amazing card to get against an empty board. But when I know that there's 2 Muster for battles in Reynad's hand, I'm thinking to myself, this suddenly gets you incredible value because you can kill 3 recruits with it. So you have the choice of either going for the Muster for battle yourself or Cog Hammering that 2/2 to start whittling away at those 1/1s. I mean, this is really good way to counter it. Like he's got 2 options that are just amazing.
I would think you go for muster here because not only do you you clear more effectively over 2 turns, you also put more damage on the board, and you playing Coghammer here is kind of a waste of Divine Shield because it's just gonna get pinged by a 1/1 or a 1 attack weapon. So it's the least Divine Shield value you can ever get.
Yeah, and at the moment, I feel like if Reynad repopulates with another muster for battle, Harrison Jones is gonna come in and crush his day. On the turn 5 after this play.
But it's only gonna get 2 cards, and then
Oh,
I
2
mean,
cards is pretty good in the mid game. It's not that terrible. You want to get Truce Over Champion, full durability, or Ashbringer, but if you've got Iron Beak Owl, then there's no Ashbringer to take.
And this muster was probably the worst card for Reynad to see because now his whole plan of going. Oh wait, he actually coined muster on turn 2.
Yeah, he
So
coined out Muster on turn 2,
So
and then he
can't go for Quartermaster next turn. He only has it in 2 turns.
Yep.
And his own muster is gonna get completely cleared by Fake's previous muster. So
yeah, he's gonna lose all his 1/1s, so he's gonna have to
so
transition into a more standard mid game.
this is very good for Fake. And do you even Coghammer here to just have a weapon, save one of your 1/1s?
So you attack a 1/1, you Cog Hammer, you kill a 1/1, but then he's got a full durability Lights Justice. I don't know that this is. Unless I want him to keep Lights Justice and then a Harrison Jones. Because Reynad's Lights Justice right now has 4 durability. The least it can get to by the time Harrison Jones is played is 3. Unless it's replaced by Truce Over Champion. So if you force him to do that, then I think maybe Cog Hammering one of your 1/1s is just not the worst. It could be playable.
Alright, so opts to go for a hero power.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very boring turn.
Yo, Reynad is gonna go.
I mean, if he plays a weapon, he's going to get completely countered by Harrison Jones.
Well, if he hero power passes, then Harrison draws 3 cards. If he True Silvers and doesn't hit, that hurts a lot. If he True Silvers and hits the face, that is pretty bad. So
yeah, because it even leaves the 1/1 up. So I think Harrison Jones is going to be able to get 3 cards here for Fake, which is going to put him not way ahead, but quite far ahead in the hand size department. And being the first player, you get that 1 card disadvantage starting in the game.
Yeah, now this seems pretty good, but does he want to wait for value out of True Silver?
I never would. What value? I mean, you're getting good value out of it, but you've got a Sludge Belcher. You're going to be able to negate the initial value of the second True Silver's hit. So he has to not only have True Silver, but also 1/1 if he hopes to kill your Sludge Belcher as a follow-up.
Yeah, okay, and now did we see that Fake's deck is actually way more aggressive than Rain has by running Shredders. Fake is not only wants more card draw by playing Jones last range, but also doesn't matter that much if Reynad takes damage.
Yeah, and
like
the
his
interesting
minions.
part with the thing is Piloted Sky Golem and Shredders tend to be played in more control-heavy decks, and what they give you is a lot more stickiness on the board. Let's say against Control Warrior, those two minions are the biggest nightmare they're gonna have. And post GVG, Warriors have been teching very well against the Muster for Battle with the Whirlwind, so having those mid-game minions, which still puts a threat on them after they've managed to deal with the early Muster for Battles, is really strong. And you can wait it out in this deck. Sometimes this type of deck that Fake has can be running double lay on hands, two anti-heal bots. It has been seen, you know, with Piloted Sky Golem is a very turtly quote-unquote deck.
So what do you think of playing this Shredder over the Golem? Because this Shredder is going to leave a 2-drop, and the other one would have left a 4-drop, but you wouldn't have a 1/1. I feel like this leaves Fake with a way weaker board next turn.
Hmm. I mean, his board is weak, but it's not. It's really not that weak. Like well, I mean, I guess Outdoor Peacekeeping and 1/3 will do that. I like reynad's plan not to actually kill the Shredder, because that forces Fake to see what's inside the Shredder on his own, and reynad gets to react to that without having to deal with something that can attack right away.
Mm-hmm.
So reynad's plan here to negate and populate the board lets him transition into really nice Stampeding Kodo turn as a follow-up if anything happens here.
Is Fake forced to choose over the Acolyte here to prevent the card draw out of reynad? Because there's really no other way to negate it. Oh, never mind. That's Quartermaster. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like
That's
this.
amazing, actually. This is an amazing card. Oh, Consecration tends to make that a little less amazing.
Yeah, but still, he negated the card draw. That was pretty good. I like this.
You know, it's funny that I see Kel'Thuzad in reynad's hand, because that is a card that I fully expect to be in Fake's deck. Knowing that he's running Piloted Sky Golems, it's one of the best situations for you to be using that. Oh, that's an interesting card to find.
Yeah,
So
very
do you
interesting.
attack the Shredder? And I mean, you could Kodo, I guess, if you wanted. That's guaranteed to kill a Shredder, and then go from there.
Kodo can kill the 2/5,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. But if you plan to consecrate, you'd prefer killing the Shredder. What I don't like about Kodo is that I'd actually prefer to kill the 2/5 because you can't consecrate this turn. So if you like, this Shredder is pretty bad at the moment. So you don't want to kill it and give it value right now. You'd want to kill it when you can clear the spawn.
What if you just play Sludge Belcher into this?
It's
I
only
feel
weak
like
to Black
it's
Knight. And
yeah. Well, the upside of that play, I think. Oh,
oh, wrecked. Well,
wow! That
Rain-
Belcher.
well, if reynad loses this game, he's gonna be quite salty.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness!
Wow.
And now
That
there's the
really
perfect answer to Tyrion with the Iron Becal Black Knight.
that. No, you can't R&B Cal Black Knight Tyrion. Doesn't work.
Oh, he loses taunt. That's right.
Yeah.
No, but he can negate it. There's like, what is he gonna get out of Tyrion? He's gonna get nothing.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna lose his weapon, which is essentially what you want to remove.
Mhm. So
I mean, you're not Black Knighting this. I mean, if you Iron Becal Tyrion, he can't get the weapon.
Mhm.
So that's essentially job done for one of the two answers.
I mean, you'd play, yeah, you play the Golem, Hero Power, with your weapon and the Hero Power you can kill the slime.
Yeah, and you just let
That's
reynad deal
the
with
first 1/1, so that's not gonna happen.
I don't think so. No.
But wow, the Doomsayer really didn't help reynad's card disadvantage. That was huge, losing that 3/5 Belcher.
For nothing, essentially. And
Yeah.
he wanted the board clear is the worst part. And he got it, except he played into it afterwards, which is
Yeah.
just the worst feeling.
And so sometimes it's the choice you have where you're like, well, if it's the Mana Wraith, I can't play my minion anymore. But if it's the Doomsayer, I lose my minion, and the odds are the exact same. So what do I play around? And in this
Neither.
case, Reynad,
You play neither and you still kill it first. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a big deal.
yeah,
Um,
well, in this case, Reynad had enough mana to play his Belcher, even if the
mhm.
Mana Wraith was summoned. So I definitely think playing the Belcher first was a mistake.
This is such a small misplay, and you know what? It really just goes to show that Reynad's saltiness stems from a genuine sense of the universe just persecuting him. I can actually feel the salt through the screen. Be like, you know what? I'm the only guy this ever happens to. I don't know what's wrong with me. This happened.
Yeah,
What? I
well,
think we've seen 3 Doomsayers in this tournament so far off of the Shredder. This is
really?
unusually high of a count. I've seen at least one yesterday. Um, at least one yesterday. I think I even saw 2 yesterday. There was at least one that wiped the board completely
I
without
don't
using the whirlwind for the warrior.
I don't remember any. Are you sure it's not? It wasn't during
Oh
King
no no
Queen?
no no no! It
No.
was yesterday. There was I think Carlos needed a whirlwind to wipe the musters, and he got the Doomsayer off of the
Yes,
Shredder, and that.
that's right. Okay, I remember that one. Okay, my bad.
So this is an Iron Beak Owl turn for sure, and now he keeps the Black Knight for the Tyrion answer, which is
Now
pretty much what you want to do.
this is Cogman. Oh,
What? No, Juggler, come on! You're not allowed
okay.
to do this, Juggler.
I mean,
You're not.
even the gnomes start picking on Rain. This is unfair.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, are you forced to equality consecrate here? I mean, not even. I think you just attack the Shredder and then see from there if consecration alone would cut it.
Yeah.
But what could spawn from as a 4-drop? I guess.
Seeing the pace of the game and Reynad's luck, I guess it's going to be a Paladin Shredder. Pretty much for sure.
And it's going to spawn a Doomsayer right after Reynad's done killing it, after he's played something that he really needs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. I think that's starting to make sense to me.
Yep. There's some kind of cosmic plot going on against Reynad.
Unleash the salt. Alright, so looking at this board, Reynad really doesn't have any amazing plays. I think he's considering the Aldor to kill it, then consecrate, regardless of what comes out of the Paladin Sky Golem. If Dunmol Shaman comes out, if Dunmol Shaman comes out of this, you will not see Reynad in the tournament for the next 5 years. And I guarantee you Hearthstone will be around in 5 years. I'm just looking at this and I cannot, for the life of me, see Reynad coming back to our tournament if that happens.
Is he? So he doesn't. I don't get this. Why is he playing around by doing this? He's just not gonna kill it? Okay.
Yeah, he just lets do. I think he just wants to not have to be reactive.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be proactive to remove what comes out of the Paladin Sky Golem, which I
Okay.
think is in line with his earlier play. We saw him do the exact same thing with the Paladin Shredder, negate its attack and let it sit there until it pops on Fake's turn, and then Reynad can deal with it on his own terms. And we'll see what comes out of this. And a Cult Master, nothing stellar. Actually, it's not a bad card, but wait.
Forces.
Oh my goodness! Actually,
If you Tyrion.
I mean, you could just play Sludge
Consecration
Belcher and
just
get immense value. Think about that Sludge Belcher value here. It's crazy.
Yeah. And Consecrate's just been played, so do you really expect to consecrate? And even then, if you consecrate just to kill that Cult Master,
Yeah, you don't care. Is this one of the better options that could come out of a Sky Golem?
I guess the Pit Lord would not have been bad either, but that was probably around the best.
Yeah, and Reynad doesn't have any more muster for battles. We already saw 2 of them played very early in the game. So those 2 Quarter Masters gonna hope that the 1/1s that spawn are gonna be valuable for him.
I don't think it's going to happen with Fake's Consecration. I don't think he's going to let Reynad get huge value out of these.
I have an idea.
Let me think.
Chaos
on.
Facade the 1/1. No, I'm kidding. There's no way. Oh goodness.
Yeah, because
So,
otherwise, if you don't KT the 1/1, then Fake can't really effectively suicide his own 1/1 to get an extra card.
get the extra card exactly. So you have to at least suicide your own. at
Yeah.
this point. And I mean, you can't even pass because it doesn't look like much, but Cult Master's attack is 4, and that's a pretty high number. Double
Yeah.
Quartermaster on that recruit. This is one big recruit. And he's gonna give 2 cards? No, do you even attack the slime? I think you... Oh, that Consecration. I am weeping for Reynad right now.
This is sad.
I mean, can it even get worse? I guess it could. He might have played another minion and then Mind Control tech comes down. But... Okay, so the Cog Hammer, the Cog Hammer you could use with the 1/1. I think you sacrifice your minions first, right, to draw cards. Just check what you get.
Yeah, just
and then you could
get the cards
consecrate at
while
least
you
2
can.
minions off the board.
Yeah.
And you can even sacrifice Cult Master if you don't feel like you need it anymore. Remove the full board. That would do it.
Yeah, because there's not really any use of being extra greedy either. Just get the value, and then use the 4 attack to clear, and that's gonna be it. Looks like he's not even setting up for consecrate here.
Oh, he is.
Okay,
He is.
He is. Okay,
Definitely
he just wanted to get the card. Doesn't matter where. So
Yeah, Knife Shoulder cannot even hope for a kill on that one. So I feel like you just play Juggler Shredder and wait. I mean, your opponent still has to... he has to decide what he wants to kill. And looking at this board, there's not much I want to kill. Like, I want to kill everything at once. And I've got no consecration, so I've got to find a way. Ah, this will help. This Humility Kodo.
I mean, they're still.
Do you
Reynad
even
could
Kodo
still
this?
get back.
Yeah, I mean, that Kel'Thuzad bringing back the Quartermaster as a 2/5.
It's better than nothing, and Fake
Well,
currently
Fake has
doesn't
no
have
answer
an
to it right now.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what the problem is with Kel'Thuzad? It eventually makes sure that your board has 4 minions on it. And I can certify you that it's gonna get taken by Fake, who will trade his Shredder away to get perfect, perfect follow-ups.
Oh, it's gonna happen one day.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating Reynad's bad luck to a tiny, tiny extent. So, do you trust over champion and trade away the Shredder's 1 attack into that 2/5, just to get it, Actually,
Then
like you can't negate KT because you already used the silence, so you've got to find a Tyrion play perhaps. Tyrion is not that bad.
Like, yeah, there's absolutely no reason to suicide into this Quartermaster. It's gonna come back. So
Yeah, but if you start dealing damage to it with your, oh, not your Coghammer, yeah, your weapon in the 1/3, you start dealing damage to it so that it eventually dies without
what
being
if
able
you
to trade to anything.
What if you play Tyrion and you hit the face because you have the Black Knight in hand for a taunt, so you could just start hitting and okay, he's playing True Silver. I guess that's gonna go face.
Yeah, this definitely goes face systematically here.
Yeah.
Putting so much pressure on Reynad that healing has to be found or a complete board wipe. And looking at Reynad's board right now, that doesn't look very likely. And what on earth is
Wow.
this?
Double
Kodo.
Kodo.
That's something
Wow.
I haven't seen in forever, I think, actually. Okay, that is not a Doomsayer.
That is, wow. That is actually not a super excellent drop of the Shredder.
I can't
Like-
help but feel like that positioning is off because now the defender makes your KT vulnerable to Black Knight. So do you just
Yeah,
double Kodo and play into
Well,
MC Tech?
Actually, Defender would make KT vulnerable to both Black Knight and BGH.
And
You
BGH,
don't
yeah.
wanna do this.
So he's not planning on playing Defender of Argus, and if he is, then it's on 1 minion only. So
Well,
I do
or-
feel like that might have been a slight mispositioning.
I think
Unless
he
he's
might.
really playing around the MC Tech.
Yeah, but he.
No way!
Well, gets cleared by the 2/5. Actually, this is one of the only four drops that get cleared by the 2/5. So I think in this case it's not even bad. But now,
Reynad is in a really... So Mind Control Tech, Dr. Boom, you've got to be kidding me. You can't be curving that well against Reynad.
Wow. Okay, well,
This is pretty obvious, I think.
It is.
If Kel'Thuzad gets taken, Reynad is gonna.
What?
Oh, what? I mean, he doesn't
This-
even do anything, but it's just for the point of it.
Yeah.
Like, just to make a point.
Well, it's. Well,
I'm.
I mean, of course it wasn't the one. What do you expect?
I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
Yeah, you just play Dr. Boomy and you forget about it. You just go face with everything.
Yeah, you True Silver, you have 4 damage next turn with your own True Silver, you have minions. Boom is just extremely awkward to deal with.
At
And
least
I-
there's an equality in Reynad's hand, right? That's going to help, right? Right? Right?
Mm, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it is actually. Lay on hands plus equality does help. Because you heal yourself out of range of the current board state. And you can equality Dr. Boom and the 3-3.
Mhm.
Which is going to guarantee that you can at least survive
Well,
until you can maybe
kill-
stabilize.
You kill the 3-3 first with your Kodo, then you equality.
Yeah. So make sure that you keep the at least one Kodo for the current board state. Alright. So Reynad's in a terrible spot, but I mean he's alive, so that's one thing.
Well, now Fake can't. Well, Fake doesn't know, but he can't play Tyrion anymore because. Well, he can, but it's going to be a tempo loss with either the Owl or the Black Knight, so.
And I think
Right.
Sludge Belcher, maybe Interest over Champion are plays. I'd be happy to play both of those. Like, it allows you to get an 8 damage clock on Reynad, and if he ever taunts up, then you're guaranteed to have the Black Knight to remove
exactly.
at least the
You
first
have
part of
lethal-
the Belcher.
You have way over lethal next turn, you just need your weapon to hit,
Mhm.
and with Black Knight, then.
Yeah, that's still lethal if Tyrion is played.
Yeah, that's going to be game.
Is this a turn where you draw a Black Knight and you defender it? But, I mean, you can't play Sludge, you can't... Yeah, there can only be one taunt on Reynad's board. I mean, unless he plays a 1-1 and Iron Beak and Defender. Like, that is the only case where he can get 2 taunts, but it's such a weak taunt line that...
But then he still dies.
Yeah, he
because-
still dies. But...
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he would live either way.
Mhm.
That is the only way for him to get 2 taunts at the same time.
Yeah.
I think this is a case of you Black Knight the Sludge and you hope that he doesn't have Black Knight or Silence. You've seen one Iron Beak. If there's no Black Knight, then maybe the Black Knight can tank the bomb and the Sludge and the weapon. It's an awkward
Yeah.
play, but I feel like this is the only thing. You have to assume there's no Black Knight because you can't win against it anyway.
Yeah, I think this is the best play from Reynad, even though he probably expects his opponent to have at least one answer to this.
Yeah, and I think
If you're Fake, do you play quality here just to show that?
yeah, I think
have
that's what you
lethal
do.
to
You
top
just
deck?
show the RNGesusness of it. You just show
You
equal.
show-
No, don't do that. No, you have to equality. Make the Reynad tilt. You have to make Reynad tilt. You cannot
I-
possibly show him Black Knight.
This is
All right. He could have
this
killed him
is-
with his slime. This is not cool. All right, good game.
Yeah, great game from. Well, I can't help but feel like this game was unfair. Like